2025 is just around the corner, and if you're into retro gaming, what console should you get? Now, today I'm going to look at original, genuine consoles, and I'm not going to look at other ones. I can cover that in another video if you guys want that, but for today I'm just going to go over the actual consoles that were back in the day. So the first thing we're going to look at is the actual games for the consoles. If you want just specific games, you can get them on different devices, but if you really want to play it on the original, then get it on the original. For instance, if you wanted to play Game Boy games, you can get it on a Game Boy, or you can get it on a Game Boy Advance, or other consoles. Now, the games tend to be expensive, so I suggest a flash card. I can go over that in another video if you need more information on them. But getting the original console is risky and expensive. Risky because it might come broken, and it's probably not in the best condition. And also, they are like really expensive because they're old, so I wouldn't suggest that. If you want to play Game Boy Advance games as well, don't get the Game Boy, for instance, because it can't play it. You would need a Game Boy Advance, which can play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, and NES games if you get a special ROM card. So, that's useful. But if you want to play that, and a whole new range of games using emulators, then what is the best? Well, the Sony PSP is the best, and I'll tell you why. The other things on the market around that time was the Nintendo DS, and that was massive, that was huge. And the Nintendo DS is an amazing system. You could probably pick one up for about £25. But the problem with it is the games are amazing, but not that good. And there are some amazing games like Nintendogs and Pokemon, and a whole bunch of ones you probably won't be able to get on the Sony PSP. But you might if you use the right emulators and you fiddle around with it. But the thing is, with the Sony PSP, you can mod it for free and get all your games on it for free. Now, they're about the same price. I got mine for £20 and £3.50 postage. So let's just put it at £25, you can get one as well. And mine is just great condition. It works perfectly. The only thing that's a little bit iffy is the back shell. But you can swap that out for a new one for 10 quid, but you don't need to. And with mine, I don't need to use the actual UMD drive, which is its version of a game cartridge. It's like a little CD. Instead, there's a memory card, which comes with it sometimes, but sometimes you might have to buy one. I bought one, which was slightly bigger, for £3. And that's nothing. I bought it and put in a micro SD card on this one. I can put it in the description, so it'll be there if you want it. And you can put all of your games on it, everything that you need, and then you can play them. And all the emulators are free. All the games you can get for free. So everything on there is just perfect. You can get games for a Game Boy Advance, WonderSwan, Game Boy Color, I don't know, anything that you want, even like a PC Engine and Commodores and Ataris, all of that you can get on the PSP, and they work fine. There's even a DS and Nintendo 64 emulator, which is crazy because they shouldn't be able to run on that thing, and they don't well, but still, that's crazy. So, the best thing you should be able to get is a PSP, and they're really cheap. I would say, if you want to mod it, and give it a new shell, which isn't very difficult to put on. It's slightly difficult, and you will need a tutorial. It's not easy. Let's just say you need a memory card, you want to, and you want to change the shell, and you want to buy it. That is only three things. One of them is £25, let's say. One of them's 3 quid, and another one's 10 quid. So that is, quick maths, £40. And I bought my Game Boy for £50 and I bought my Game Boy Advance for £50. And for cheaper than that, you can get a console that can play all of their games perfectly on a screen that is infinitely better and controls that are infinitely better, and it's so much more comfortable to hold. It's got a rechargeable battery that lasts for like 6-7 hours on one charge, and it can even go on the internet. If you connect it to the right Wi-Fi, which I don't have, which is slightly annoying, you can even get it to play YouTube, which I think is pretty amazing. Now, I don't think you can connect like mobile data to that, but who actually needs that? But yeah, and you can customize it as well. You can customize the background, you can put videos on it, you can put music on it, you can put photos on it, and you can put full-length movies on it. Yeah, like there's Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, I think, or maybe those are the games, and Godzilla, and Batman, and some Family Guy bits, and the Simpsons movie, bunch of stuff. I think it's amazing, and also, it's got a headphone jack, it has a thing where you can connect it to your computer, it's got, if you go into the UMD drive, and it works, which it probably will, you can buy for like £3 whatever movies you want, because they are about 1.5 GB, and it does take ages to download, so if you just want them, just buy them, I would. But I don't need them, because why would you want to watch it on such a small console? I don't understand why you'd want to do that. But yeah, still, it is the perfect console for anything, and it's not so new that it doesn't feel like a retro console, because it is retro. It's 2005, and that was way before me, and also, it was just a few years after 2001 where the Game Boy Advance came out, and just a few years after the Game Boy came out, so it's just a way more powerful version. And another reason why I wouldn't get the Nintendo DS is, actually, I've got two here. To get games on it for free, they're not for free, you got to pay for a cartridge, which is probably about £20, which I suggest the Easy Flash Parallel if you're going to buy any, but that's still quite a lot of money. And also, it's Nintendo. Nintendo's never had the most powerful console ever, and the Sony PSP is revolutionarily powerful, and yeah, there's no other way to say it, buy the PSP. You can get so many different colours, and it's such a pretty console. And also quickly, games I would recommend. The emulators, obviously, I would recommend, but I'm not going to say they're going to be your favourite games, because the PSP games are pretty amazing. Naruto games, they're really good. Spider-Man games, they're really good. You can get Minecraft on it. You can play Minecraft on a PSP. And that's really easy. All you have to do is download it, and it's really tiny. Just whack it on your SD card, and then you're in Minecraft. Obviously, it's not the real Minecraft. It's a version for the PSP. But, yeah, you can play Minecraft. What else? There's a bunch of driving games that are really, really good. They're actually pretty realistic. They're like Forza, but toned down slightly. There's also... Oh, Mortal Kombat. There's God of War, and there's a GTA game if you're into that. There's also a Call of Duty game, which is actually really fun. And, yeah, that's all the games I would recommend just off of my head. But I'm sure there's plenty of other ones that you can find and you can enjoy. And I'll link everything in the description that you'll need. And also, if I can, I'll find you a really quick deal on a PSP. So if you're the first person to watch this video that actually wants to do it, go into the description, find the link, copy and paste it into Google, and then buy it. Okay, this will be a UK link, because I'm from the UK, if you couldn't already tell. And sorry that I sound a little bit weird, I'm a bit clogged up because I'm a bit ill at the moment, but thank you for watching the video, and I hope this has helped you figure out what Christmas present you're going to want. Maybe it's a self-giving Christmas present, maybe you're going to ask your parents for one. I suggest a Sony PSP, because they are definitely the best. And quick side note, if you want to know which one to get, there are a lot of ones to get. Don't get the PSP Go, in my opinion. It's not comfortable. I don't think it would be very comfortable to use. I think the PSP Fat which is PSP 1000 is the best one to get. The PSP 2000 and 3000 are way more expensive, like way more expensive. The PSP Street, I don't know about that one. And the PSP Go also doesn't read UMDs, so you have to get everything on a memory card. I don't think its screen is as good. I think it's smaller as well. All the ones after that, I wouldn't get. The PSP Vitas, though, if you're looking for a more expensive one, definitely get for one of those, because they are just so much better. Seriously. Trust me on that one. Get a Vita if you can. If you can't, that's fine. But thank you for watching. I hope I've helped you decide, and I hope you can get one if that's what you want. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.